Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is Game 1, the Pacific Admins Edition. This is my play-by-ear match against AsuRob. He's a Allied commander, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. Now 18th April 42. And more Dutch bases, switching sides. So no Navy clash, no sub-activity, meaningful at least. Still no strong response at Calcutta. But if there are so many British forces in Australia, then could mean that India is relatively weak. So the airstrikes arriving at 10 at Crete. Wow. Yeah, looks like an out of Alice Spring attacking at 10 at Crete. Low level attack from the Kitty Hawks. That my flag can do. And here's B-17 strike on Port Moresby. Try to stop them. But not so successful. Yeah, B-17 is still tough, and Zero is maybe able to hit and destroy B-17s with the 20mm cannons, but one real heavy hit by a 0.5 machine gun is often enough to down a Zero. But I was able, of course, the Hudson is other type of aircraft that my Zero can do easily. And the sweep is coming late. Oh no, this man maybe ground attack. Our Cobras are also not really strong dogfighters. So I would say really the P-39s are ground attack aircraft. Maybe I would say they are maybe best for attacking ships or in clear terrain, ground troops. I don't know. AsuRob can use his aircraft. He likes to. So I also try to take this base here and the bases here between Darwin and Rabaul, Port Moresby, to simply make sure there's no allied Navy search base left, at least not in this area north of the coast of Australia. Yeah, and the HQ is still here and still retreating, going more north. Let's him run. And once again, I force this Chinese units out. They're going now back to Aichang. That's okay, but what is left, I don't know. All very empty and depleted units. Attack on Makwa. One regiment is here, and the Navy Guard units is enough to take over the base. But this was all only block forces, so there's all this heavy fighting stuff from the British Army is not more here. So I don't know where they are, but they're not here in Burma.
Hello, you fighting orphans of the Pacific. This is your favorite enemy, Orphan Anne, at Radio Tokyo, with music to lift your spirits and words to depress your morale. But first, Imperial General Headquarters announced today that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Mandalay.
Good. So the most important northern base in Burma now under control. And of course my army is now starting to... Perth's army is breaking down. And there's not more much I can take from the Allies away. Okay. But if the focus of AsuRob is now at North, West Australia, and I'm fine with it. I took already, I think, everything what is necessary. Perth was the addition, and I failed. But I took Diamond Harbour, what is good, and maybe I can also take still Calcutta. That would be very good. And a great victory for Japan. Air losses, still a victory for me, 12-3. Not every battle was well, but it was still acceptable. I lost 3 zeros fighting. I also lost a lot of Airacobras, Hudsons, and even I down to B-17s with simply by damage. But you can see here already there's something over-reported, so don't ask me what is over-reported now. I lost 3 aircraft, but no pilot. And that is always the best. Oh, airframes, I don't care too much. No ship sunk, no sinking sound, everything is fine. China, yeah, victory after victory over Chinese, but there's so many Chinese units. Yeah. In Burma, I think it's much more important. So I took this base. In the industry, resources are fine. That is good. I also had a victory here, and perfect. A lot of crude oil and even refineries are fine. Means I can produce here locally now 100 supplies. This is of course never enough to really feed the army, but at least I can create now enough oil or fuel so that I don't must ship any fuel to port of Rangoon. Maybe sooner or later I can even ship it back to somewhere else. The rest is here fine, or no activity. I don't know what I have here in Singapore. Let's check. Oh, there are some battleships. So I have here the 3 battle cruisers, and number 4 is still repairing some smaller, it's major damage, so I need 4 more days. But then I have my Congo class battle cruisers ready for the next operation. And I run the battle cruisers together because they have this new higher cruise speed. So you can go with 5 hex per pulse if you have the right destroyers. Of course, you must always manage it. So you have some destroyers, they are able to run this high cruise speed, but not every destroyer can do this. Let's check. So I have 1 destroyer, and this one is not more possible. No. They have the high speed, but they don't have the cruise speed. So I have only 1. Oh, this looks really. I have only 1 destroyer was able to run this high cruise speed. That is really makes sense to form up this kind of high speed hunting groups. My army is lost, this is sure. I only try to get more submarines in position to maybe get a lucky hit on the bombardment task force. And at the same time, destroyer and cruiser are still limping back. And everything else, all the operation, I more or less call back to Surabaya. And then I will simply maybe use this Perth army. Half is destroyed or under rebuild now. And the rest is maybe going for Darwin and helping there in Central. I'm not more sure if this is... this is the Perth army, what is left. So I have from every unit at least a small unit, even if it's only 1%. There is something left. And then I can unload it in Surabaya, and then I can refill everything. And in maybe 1 month, the whole units are ready to fight against once more. Good. And here is only submarine activity, and yeah, I had here this incoming airstrike from the P-17s, but I have here not more enough supplies. Supplies are always in short. So I lost here some aircraft yesterday, air-to-air battle, and I have a lot of other aircraft are damaged. Luckily no pilot lost. But I have here pilots getting experience, but you can see there's no kill count. But this means now they're getting experience, so maybe they down the B-17, but this counts not like a kill because it's an ops loss. So you get only kills for real air-to-air kills. But I cannot be sure if the B-17 was destroyed or something else. Here at Nadi, my air wing is fighting non-stop every day, and I get maybe 3-4 aircraft repaired, and at the same time 2 or 3 aircraft getting damaged. So it's really only a matter of how fast my ground crew can fix the damage. Then I get here also now a lot of pilots now with 4 pilots with 4 kills. So 1 more kill and I have here ace locally. Fighting, never retreating. I have here, of course, or luckily, enough aviation support, and these are aircraft with service rating of 1, so you can really fix them in 1 day normally. Yeah. They have fatigue, they have damage, but I can also fix them quickly. And I still have some input, but I don't have enough here supplies. You can see again, this base also is lacking supplies, so I cannot restock them. I must fly them more or less. If the unit is too low on aircraft, I fly them back to Nomaya and send the other air group in. This is the way I can handle this. And I don't know, even I can maybe check what is my current air production. You can see I don't even produce more than A6M2. It's out of production for me. I have already A6M5 under production. I'm building here pool points first. And I also have the A6M4 under production. That is the land-based fighter, and that is the carrier-based fighter. So they have a different setup. In this modification, the Japanese Navy more or less say we need 2 different aircraft. One is purely built for carrier operation, and one is optimized for land battles. So you can see here's a 6M4. That one is simply land-based, so it's heavier armed. It have early armor. It also have already they have still the cannon, but switch also the light machine guns to heavy machine guns. But cannot run carrier operation, have shorter range, and maybe other stuff is not so well. But it's still a fighter, not a fighter bomber. You can see only 60 kilogram. The next level would be the G. I say G, they call this in a way, really that is a land fighter. Here you'd switch the heavy machine guns to all cannon setup. And but you don't get really more speed. But what is also important is now normally the durability, because many players maybe not really understand that durability means more or less hit points. So you can see the A6M2 have only 22 durability. That is very low. There's no difference. A cloud even have 1 point more. So they are paid per sin. If 1 bullet and your aircraft must return. 1 hit by anything and you must return. The next hit is immediately a destroyed aircraft. So with the A6M4 you get a little more meat. I don't say it's a lot, but it's maybe enough. And the A6M5 have no armor, but get much more hit durability. At least more than 10% additionally. And this is the A6M5, so this is more or less I think the same like A6M4, but it's even carrier optimized, so you can run it more carrier. So you get more durability but no armor protection. You have still the 2 light machine guns, but you get a little more speed because you don't have armor protection. Still, that is the step. At the end you want to go to the A6M8 normal one, and the G1, G for land based. Again, no carrier based. And here you simply get durability, armor protection, okay speed. You can simply not get more speed out of this engine. But now it's a fighter bomber, so it means you can carry 250 kilogram bombs. But you will also pay this with more service rating. But the A6M4 is already at service rating 2. The same with the normal carrier-based A6M8. Again, armor, durability, speed, 350 roughly. Heavy 20mm and heavy machine guns and cannons and 250 kilogram bombs. So it's also fighter bomber. And that is a big difference. You get fighter bomber ability. This aircraft, more or less, they're fighters. You can use them for cap, for sweeping, but you can also hunt ships with this. At least cargo ships and destroyers. Good to fully understand this. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.